Hey, it's Nay. Feeling super cozy, because why not? And welcome to my channel. You're here at Nay's Little Garden. I'm new to this right now. Not quite yet true to this, but I will be one day. And I want us to go on that journey together, right? We go together real bad now. So today I wanted to talk about a lot of the stuff I'm actually going to be using to grow stuff in my garden. Some things I will be able to literally show you, and others go to the description box. So let's jump right into it. One of the things I'm most excited about is this. This is a square foot. This is amazing. Then it shows you how many and where you should be placing things for them to be placed at an appropriate spacing. If you go off of just square footage, it's going to seem like I can't grow much. If you think that every plant needs 1 square foot, and they don't. If you're growing in something like green stalk, and I am growing also in a green stalk. Well, she's actually a pink stalk, but like semantics. This is not going to be as useful to you. So if you intend to just be growing in green stalks, you don't need this. But it also comes with a little pen. This is fabulous. This is also going to create holes, depending. It's got like numbers on it, so you can go as deep as you'd like. So I'll be using that for certain. For certain. Speaking of grow bags, my 5-pack of 20-pound grow bags, which it sounds like a lot, but but it's a lot more than I thought it was gonna be. I did say if I was able to potentially put the square foot in here, I was going to use that, guys. There's, of course, it has to fit in here. This is big. This is big. Now, it's not 2 square foot, but it's a little more than 1 square foot. Almost certainly. That's a whole gap right there that I'll be able to plant more. And at beets, I'll be able to plant more out. So I have 5 of these. Looking at this, I kind of want to order 15-pound grow bags because I feel like this might be a pinch of a waste to just grow up 1 pepper in here. A lemon tree, because I'm very interested in having my own lemons. I have my own apple tree. I did make the decision to plant her in the ground. So it would be great if I can get another apple tree and put it in a grow bag. My husband said he refused to dig up the apple tree that I had him plant. So in the next week or two. This was also Vivo's son. I just realized. Grow bags for Vivo's son. This is a heat mat. This is 10 by 20.75. This is just going to help with the germination of your plants. I'm going to be doing a little bit of nonsense, meaning I'm going to start a little more seeds than I probably would have if I had to be very stingy with my seeds. I have quite a nice helping of seeds. Does that mean I won't have to buy any for this year? I'm not going to go that far, but I would have to buy probably significantly less. The things I feel like I might have to buy more of is like carrots. Stuff like that I don't want to buy right now too much of because their germination drops down significantly. I have a couple of these. I actually did manage to germinate a bunch of tomato plants. They were very late. I started them super late, and they gave me a whole sugar ton of green tomatoes that I put in a paper bag, and they all turned red, every single one of them. So I will be using this again. The reason why I didn't just go ahead and buy more of these, I'm about to show you what else I purchased, is because I do have a slight concern about the time in which I'm going to be starting my tomatoes. And I wanted to make sure, one, I am going to be hosting an experiment of sorts. One of them being this size versus a bigger size, and see which one does better once I plant them out, transplant them into my garden. And also I wanted to make sure I had things to pop up in case when I start these, and then when the snow decides to stop, and or I should say the freezing temps decide to stop, might be two different things. So I just want to make sure. The what ifs, the okay, no, I just want to be careful. So I have a couple of this, and this comes with its own dome, and like I have like 4 of these, and they, as you can see, this is what you put the stuff in. It has a hole to pop the stuff up. You put it in here. It has its own dome. Attached to the dome is a lighting system of its own, which is its own godsend. So these might end up not being in here because I'll have the, when I think of it, so it's 100, I'm trying not to overwhelm myself. I have about 170 square feet. Now, I might have 100, actually, I have 175 square feet now, if you count the grow bags. When you think about it in those terms, about 150, maybe 104, let's say 140 to 150 of them, maybe I should give myself more grace. So let's say 130 to 150 of them are going to be transplants. There will definitely be things I will just go ahead and dash into the garden, like carrots and beets and stuff, like the root crops. I don't really want to mess with too much, but a lot of other things I'm starting from seed. Tomatoes alone, I think I have like 10 to 14 square foot just for tomatoes, and I have around that same amount just for peppers. That we're looking at 40 something, like that's almost 40 plants just between those two. And then we're also looking at eggplant, the squash, all of those things are being started inside of my house. Broccoli, cauliflower starting inside of my house, and some flowers and stuff. So yeah, anyway, so I have this. Then I have 2 of these. These are, as you can see, bigger. There's more space, but the point is these are bigger. So these are going to be able to, don't worry, I'm going to clean this with hot water. And it comes with its own holding tray for the water too. I liked these. I used these last year. I also used this last year, and it worked well for me. The pricing of that and the storage space of these is not realistic for the way I'm growing. So this year, like I said, I have about 175 square foot of growing stuff. That's not counting my green stock. That I a little more than doubled my garden for this coming year, and the following year I will probably, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna double it, but I'm definitely gonna get a couple more raised beds at minimum and some grow bags. So it's just gonna get bigger. So trying to make sure I have enough actual starting stuff. This was just not reasonable to have a sugar ton of them, but this is here for a long time, you know. And this is just the burpee one, which I will also link. I got those from Amazon, I'm fairly certain. I have 1 or 2 of these. I feel like I have a second one somewhere. This had a strawberry plant in it, and it's actually a pretty decent, relatively strong plastic, and so I wanted to just save it. Anything that needs to potentially be up potted, or maybe I'll start something in here. I haven't decided, but this might go ahead and be used. So I didn't want to throw it away, just so it has more than one life. I did go ahead and get this polytwine for like tying up plants so that they don't droop, because if you want to maximize your growing space, what you're going to need to do is grow up. So instead of letting your tomato bush out all over the ground and take up 4 or 5 square foot, line it up so it takes up 1 square foot and it's growing upwards. This is also not really in the garden, but it's going to be useful. I got this Hypertough 8 outlet 2 USB surge protector, and it has a 10-foot cord. This is going to be used for its indoor, my growing area, because I have 2 plugs. I have more plugs. I don't want to, trying to run stuff is cooking me too much. So I'm going to use this to plug in, and it's going to help with any surge issues, which is fabulous to me, because I'm already stressing all the lighting, to be fair with you. So I went and purchased this, and obviously when I'm not growing, I'll still be able to use it for other things if necessary. I have 2 of these. This is much cheaper plastic. I did not buy this. I bought the plants that were inside of this and then decided to save it. I'm trying to give things as many lives as possible before I have to throw it in the garbage. This is about maybe a pinch bigger than the burpee tray I showed you. So these are going to be useful in their own way, and I'm definitely going to grow stuff. I know people say things like lettuce and spinach, you just direct sow, and I probably most definitely will direct sow some, but I want to start some also. Like I said, I'm conducting experiments. Okay, call me Dr. Stone. Yes, I'm a nerd. Mind your business. Moving on. I went, also, since we're talking about Second Life, right? We buy strawberries, and this is the tin that it came in, and I feel like this is gotta be 3 inches, maybe even 4. So this is tall enough to grow some stuff for certain. So I'm saving this to grow some stuff in here, and it already has the holes at there. Now, I have those things that didn't have to come with their own trays, right? So I went ahead and purchased this big pack of 10 nursery trays. Now, this is for a couple different things. This is to hold these trays that have the holes but don't have anything to protect them. Hold on. They do fit, yeah, okay. They fit, you see that? And then like something like this, it fits. These are things that I had to take into consideration. I also will be using a tray by itself, filling it up with soil, because I'm doing microgreens, because I want to harvest, and I'm going to catalog how many times we were able to use something in my garden to consume instead of the grocery store this coming grow season. So yeah, this is also gonna just do the microgreens just like this, and then let's say I do 2 trays of more microgreens, and then you can stack them, apply the pressure to it, and then they'll grow up. You take it off, and then you know, some type of dome I'm sure I'll get, or I'll use, if I haven't used all of them, I'll use one of the empty ones, because it's only a couple days, and then boom, bada bam. These are freaking fire. I also bought these for these. I went ahead and got, I think these are 3 or 3.3 inches. They are bigger by a little bit than these, and I think these are great. These are gonna be, it's bigger than the burpee one too. Any up potting that I might need to do. I'm probably going to start some stuff in here. This fits 9, which I think is a pretty good number. No, I'm not gonna switch them. Well, no, I think it's only gonna fit 9. I don't wanna, well, no, it's fine. This fits 9 of the stuff in here, as you can see. So I can water my plants, and then the water's not going everywhere. They did also come with their own little plastic. These are much cheaper feeling. These feel a little more thick than these little cheap things to hold some of the water in. So I don't know if I'm gonna actually even use any of these. I bought them for these, and they're not super strong, but they're gonna last a few years, I think, for certain. And they have holes at the bottom, and you get about, the pack, it wasn't expensive, and it's like a lot. You get 5 of each color, so that's a hefty amount as far as I'm concerned. So, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so there's 30, so that's a lot. So yeah, that's that. I also did not purchase this. I've had this, and I think it's going to be useful to use. For some reason I got the blue instead of red, but Jess from Roots and Refuge had her husband take like a good stack of them, use his drill to screw a hole in it, and then planted tomatoes and peppers in this. So I'm going to start soon. We could do it together if you want. I'll probably go live and do it maybe, and just start figuring out exactly how many plants I'm going to need to start and when I need to start them, so we can be chilling for a good and a long time. That's probably gonna be in the next week or 2. So yes, before the second part of January, I will be doing that video. If I can figure out a day in advance, I will let you guys know, but I'm definitely gonna probably be using those because it's saves money, and I already own them. So whatever cups like that you have, you can use. If not, go to your Dollar Tree. It's gonna be super useful. I went ahead and got a shop light because so many people were saying how you don't need the grow lights if you're not gonna grow indoors. I do have some grow lights for specific stuff too, but I also want to see how this one does. So this is the 5500 lumen 4-foot linkable LED shop light. I've heard it needs to be at least 5,000, so I'm glad I got those. It's the daylight one, 5,000 Kelvin. It's LED, and it's supposed to last for 45 years at 3 hours a day. So I'm thinking that's 365 days. I won't use it for 365 days. I'll probably use it for half that time. So instead of 12 months, maybe 6 months, I won't be starting everything because there's gonna be a time when I won't be starting anything. So even if I use it for 10 hours a day at 6 months, it's a little bit more, but it should, I don't need this necessarily to last 40 years, but if it lasts me 25 years, I'm gonna consider it a win. It was $20. A win's a win is a win is a win. So I also have the tins that I had purchased, and they're just regular tins for like holding food, and they come with their own lids. I have some that I had already used for the growing season last season, 2024, that I'm now going to be using until 2025, and I bought a couple of little bit of smaller ones. I'm actually using those for onions as well as some microgreens right now. And that's most of the things I'm going to be using for the 2025 grow season, because I think that sometimes you'll see really cool stuff and you'll want it, and if you can afford it, go ahead and buy it. Oh, sorry, real quick, this came with what did this come with today? This just came in today. I'm gonna say it came in with either this or it must have actually came in with this, and it's just the sticks and it's different colors. So yeah, it probably did come in with that. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and use, I have a garden. I still didn't open this. Let's open it together. See, this was a waste of a box. Because why they did all of that? This little thing. So this is the garden markers. It's for outdoor use. And then I'll be able to write that, and hopefully it shouldn't get water, like washed off with water. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this whole video. Let me know some things that you bought that maybe is not normal that gets used, or it is normal that gets used, and this is helping you save money, and this you splurged a little bit more on, because do you, and I do what is affordable for you, and it's okay to splurge on things you want to splurge on. You know what I mean? Don't feel bad either way. Hopefully, I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.